Right, boys, here we are. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the lack of uploads over the last week. You probably know that I've been poorly, blah, blah, blah. All feeling good on a bit of a recording session. It's Thursday night, been at work, got a bit of bubbly. We are on with some recording because we've got a bit of catching up to do. I've been playing this offline. Luckily, last episode we came to the end of the season, so I had a little bit of work to do. I've had time to plan. Been not many ins, but big ins. And a fair few outs. It's been a little bit difficult trying to shift a few out, but I managed to get everyone out that I wanted out. We've started on this screen, so nothing's given away. We'll do the ins first, and then the outs after, and then we've got a league game, first league game of the season against Tottenham Hotspur. But before we do that, make sure you like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and remember, tonight, not only have you got the new series of Fenerbahce starting at 7 PM, we've also got a live stream. First time in God knows how many months. Here on the channel, not on Twitch, right here, around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when I go live. Right, let's get into it. Let's see who we have signed. I think I've only signed 3, and I've spent about £300 million. Right, are you ready? So, the most probably obvious one, João Felix. £120 million we have paid for him. We have gone big this summer. We have gone big. Instead of quantity, we've gone for quality. He can play, interesting, he can play in a couple of positions up front, and I'm now starting to think, do I play him up front in a 4-2-4? So we've started 4-2-3-1. I think we'll stick with that for now, but potentially we may see him move further up the pitch. I think he's probably best in there. At the moment, I'm playing him as advanced playmaker. But we may potentially look at moving him. He can do both sides, though, look. He can do right-hand side as well, no problem. Adds to what we're looking for. So a marquee player, but the right age, 22. Plenty. Even though we've only got 2 years left of this save, he's going to have a big impact, hopefully, over the next 2 seasons. Right. Next 2, mini surprise. Big surprise. Matthijs de Ligt. Now, he wasn't transfer listed or anything. It just said a bid of around 95 to 120 million pounds will work. So I went, oh, go on then, 95 million. And they accepted it straight away. So I thought, why not? We were half contemplating a replacement for Maguire. And then we thought, right, if we're going to do it, we have to go big. And we've gone as big as it gets. Look at that. Heading 18. Passing 16, tackling 16, work rate 16, positioning 16. Awesome physicals. I was toying with going to my 3-4-3 for a little bit, so I thought, oh, it'd be good to have De Ligt, Milenkovic, Twanzebe, Harry Maguire, choices at centre half. But we've stuck with 4. We've stuck with 4 at the back. He's no doubt going to be a class player over the next 2 seasons with us. And then if the save for some reason may carry on, I don't think it will. Because I do want to have a little break from Man United, because I've been at it for sort of like well over a year now, playing Man United constantly. And I want to do it next year in a different way. Him at 22 would have been a good signing to carry on for the next 8, 9, 10 seasons. It would have been really good to see that. So, that is the second one, 95 million. Right, the third one. I bet if I said name 50 players to sign for big money, he's a big player, you would never have got him. Raheem Sterling. Now, we haven't been able to get him from City. We've got him from Chelsea. He was transfer listed because he wanted a new contract. He was unhappy about his contract. We've got him for 51 million, 3 million if we win the Champions League. I didn't really need him, but then I thought, right, I can maybe sell a couple, which I have then done to make room for him. He can play either side as well. It's English, it's Raheem Sterling. We're going to have a little bit of fun for the last 2 years. So now, in the attack, we've got Rashford, Haaland, Greenwood, Sancho, Havertz, Felix, Sterling. Don't get much better than that, does it? Does not get much better than that. If we don't win trophies this year, I'm doing something very, very wrong. So, they are the ins. Right, on the outs, let's go from price to bottom. So we haven't been able to get big money for them, but I managed to get a lot of them out. Donny van der Beek, we did actually make profit on him, did we? We did. We made £16 million profit on him. Very decent, very good player. He wanted more game time. We couldn't give him it. Gelson Martins, one player that we made a loss on. We having to pay some of his wages, but we've managed to get his wages down from 200 to 140 or something like that for 2 years. I wanted him off the books because he was never going to play. We got 31 million. We've made a big hit on him. He did all right, to be fair, in the 2 seasons, but he's just not going to play now with the quality we have in the team. Breland Bolo, now he was one that I had to sacrifice to get Raheem Sterling in. Now that I've got Haaland, Greenwood, Rashford, I don't really need to have Mbolo and obviously the options out on the right. He did pretty well for us, to be fair. He had a decent season, 10 goals in 30 games, nothing absolutely amazing. He was playing off the right. He did score some goals in big games at one point, but just the lure of having Sterling in just for that little bit of fun in the save meant that I had to move Breel on, and we made profit. Oh no, we didn't. We lost 3 million on him. I thought we made more money than that. He was valued at like 50 million, but I couldn't get anywhere close to that. Soyuncu's gone, mainly because De Ligt came in. He's only been in with us for a year. It made sense to get rid of him just because he was never going to play. Anthony Martial has gone to Nottingham Forest for 22.5 million. Nobody wanted him on a permanent deal apart from Nottingham Forest. We managed to get rid of him. I'm not a big fan of Martial in real life, especially not playing as a striker. We've got Jadon Sancho and Rashford that can play out on the left, so he was never going to play. He's gone down the pecking list. We've managed to get rid of him, get a little bit of money in, which has helped just balance the books a little bit. We've spent exactly 100 million. So yeah, another one gone. Dan James, last one. I thought 17.75 million was decent for him. I think he was rated about 35 million, but he's not a 35 million pound player, is he? I wanted to keep him. I was going to keep him, but then Raheem Sterling came up available. And look, he didn't play for us last year. 12 games all in all competitions, only 6 starts. It made sense to get rid. Right, before we move into today's game, I did say, if you remember on the last episode, which I know was like over a week ago, I did say that I was going to change the backroom staff, and that's what I've done. I sacked the full backroom staff in my first team. The only people that I kept, I think, was my director of football. Yeah, my director of football, and Nicky Butt, who's my loan manager, and then my youth development manager, whoever that is. Sorry, youth development officer, whatever you call it. Head of youth development, there we go. So, my staff looks like this. New assistant, I got rid of Roy Keane, so I got rid of one hothead, got Big Duncan, but he's pretty good, look. 16 attacking, 13 technical, 13 tactical, 15 technical, 17 working youngsters, motivating good, determination good, very, very good, impressive assistant manager. So Big Dunk is in, looking very smart, look, and he's happy. Yeah, youth development stayed the same. Fitness coach, a lot of you'll know, Massimo Neri. I think he kind of works with Mancini or one of them. Capello, that's Capello in it. He does follow Capello around, so he's still working as China's fitness coach. He is one that you must, if you've played FM for a few years, you've surely picked up Massimo Neri at some point. Next one in, John Goodman, decent fitness coach to be fair. He was recommended by my staff. I can remember him back in the day in the old 90s playing for Millwall. Yeah, played for, did he play for Millwall? Yeah, there he is. Played 4 years for Millwall. There we go. Do remember. Centre forward, decent enough fitness coach. Got him in. He will do a job for us. And then Jens Lehmann as my goalkeeper coach. Look at that. 20. Pretty an easy decision. Bit of a rebel, but outstanding stats. And then I've just latest one sign in, my defensive coach, Miguel D'Agostino, one of Pochettino's boys. My dad met him on holiday. My dad's got a picture of him on holiday in Tenerife randomly, so that was another reason. I do make impulse signings based on stupid things, like they've had a picture taken with my dad. He was one of the better coaches. I had a choice of 5. I went for him. Scholes is shit, but he's in as a workhorse to balance the coaching workload down. He's literally just pretty much helping out, collecting the balls, the bibs and the cones. Paul Scholes added a little bit of Man United. We did let Roy Keane go as well, so we needed to get someone in. Paul Scholes was available. Now we got Raidi Jaidi in from Southampton. I think he was the under-23s manager. Pretty impressive, pretty decent, defending, mentals, tacticals, all good across the board. Man management, motivating, very good. He's a pretty good coach in the game. Bolton, Birmingham and Southampton during his career. I think he's like under 23s manager in the game. So there you go. I think that's it. Oh no, last one. Jose Experia, one of my favourite sort of like 90s footballers. Look at that. Look at his career. Look at his career. Was a brilliant player. Didn't play as many games for Spain as well. To be fair, fucking had 53 caps. I didn't realise he actually had as many as that. But yeah, one of my favourite players from when I was growing up. Jose Experia. He's not great. He's just another one who can just fill a couple of positions for us. We've got the quality there. We don't need the world's best coaches when we've got the world's best players. So there's my new backroom staff. Let's get in to today's game. We are rocking this at the moment. We've just beaten Spurs. Let me just show you. We've just beaten Spurs in the Community Shield. We've had an half-decent pre-season. We drew against Bayern Munich, disappointingly. 2-0 with my second team. That's my second team, by the way. So, yeah. Our tactic is looking a bit like this at the moment. So, Felix is in as an advanced playmaker. We've got Sancho or Rashford, whoever playing on the left, as an inside winger. Havertz on the right as an inside forward. Pogba, Kante box-to-box. McTominay box-to-box. Pogba or a Garner in centre midfield. We've got Mejbri, the youngster, can do a couple of roles for us as well. We've got Chilwell and Williams, De Ligt, Maguire, Tuanzebe, Milenkovic, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Rashford, Greenwood. We've got so many choices, and I've even kept hold of this guy just because he can play all the way. Emmanuel Laird, he can play anywhere across the back four. Right, we've literally just played them a week ago. I'm going to stick with the same team. Yeah, same team. High line, we're getting stuck in, distributing quickly, we're countering, working into the box, playing quite narrow, so these boys getting in, it does hopefully allow a little bit of space for the wing-backs to get in round the back. We can move to a 4-2-4. We can look at moving Felix out of there. He can move up there. Rashford can go up there. Rashford and Haaland did have a very good partnership last season, but I just can't say no to that three in behind. Sancho, Felix and Havertz. Wow. Right, here we go. Start of the season. New backroom staff, new signings, new tactics. Let's go. Right, Pogba. Corner out, De Ligt. Going to recycle it. Oh, little swaz out to Pogba. Cheeky little flick. Chilwell. Where are we going here? We've gone all the way back to De Gea. After all that, we've gone all the way back to De Gea from a corner. Right, Milenkovic into Kante. Tottenham having a little presser, is that there? But we've worked it really well. Havertz, back to Dalot. Skips past Dele. We get a delivery in. Haaland's brutal in the air. Haaland near post. Felix to Sancho. That is the easiest goal that Sancho will score all season. Put on a plate from Felix. Felix could have actually probably hit it, but nicely set up Sancho. 1-0. Up and running. Get in. Tottenham have got Ederson. Just noticed that. Right, Alvarez. Aarons. Tottenham have been a little bit patient at the back. I don't know where this highlight is going. They've done about 10-15 passes back there. And we've won it. After all that, Sancho, be direct. He's slipped in Haaland. He's gone wide. Haaland's taking it wide. We've got, look at the bodies in the box. Pogba. That's what we want. Bodies in the box. We're probably going to concede plenty of goals. Well, not plenty. Maybe more because we have got so many bodies flying forward. But we'll hopefully dominate as many games as we can. Right. Chilwell. Pogba. De Ligt. All the way back to David De Gea. We've been patient by the looks of it. Milenkovic. Probably my best two now. Milenkovic and De Ligt. Dalot. Pogba. Go on. Sancho. Havertz. Scored a fair few goals at the back end of last season, playing off on that right-hand side. We did have him as advanced forward, but I just didn't want two playmakers in the team. Right. We're going to make a sub because Sancho is struggling. We're going to go Rashford. Oh, do we go Rashford? No, we go Sterling. Sterling for Rashford. Let's get Rashford on as well. We maybe potentially don't need to go pressing forward. I don't think that's maybe quite necessary. Maybe give Haaland a go at being advanced forward. Right, Pogba. Out to Raheem Sterling. His Premier League debut. That's a poor pass. That's a Raheem Sterling pass, left foot. He hasn't got a great left foot, has he? Dalot's won a very important header. Felix gets it down nicely, finds Kante, who swings one out to Havertz. Pogba. Slips in Sterling, who's found a nice little pocket. Chilwell, that's the joy of playing narrow. When people ask me, why do you play narrow when you've got wingers? That's why. Dalot. Brilliant goal. Just like the goal he pretty much got against Tranmere in the FA Cup a couple of weeks ago. Lovely finish. But as I was saying, playing the narrow, they still get wide enough. We're still getting into decent areas so we can cross the ball, but they just seem to get into more dangerous areas in between sort of like the midfield and the defence, inside the sort of like maybe even the centre half and the right back or the full back. More than what they would if the team was spread out wide. And it does also mean that when we lose possession, we get to press that a little bit better. Right, let's do one last pointless sub. Pogba is struggling. Let's get McTominay on. And there we go. Game, set and match. 2-0. Absolutely dominated. I don't actually know how good Tottenham are going to be this season. I can't remember where they actually finished. I think looking at their side, they're not maybe going to be the absolute title challengers compared to some others. Where did they finish last year? Oh, they were third. Yeah, they had a late spell, didn't they? They had a little run towards the end of the season. Right. So 2-0. We're up and running. Champions League game's not been done. As you can see, we're kicking off very, very early because we've got the World Cup, I believe, coming. Yeah, there you go. In November, look. Little bug that I've got in the game. Always says my late game, like that's normally Boxing Day game, always says 2 games in one day, both at the same venue. And I'm pretty sure we're not playing Reading twice at Reading on New Year's Eve. Right, we'll kick on. We'll get through. We might have a game against Dirty Leeds or something like that. We will see. And that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies once again for no sort of like content. I have been badly. Still am not 100%. But first day, Thursday, 8 days since I sort of like fell ill. That I felt 9 days actually since I've started feeling a little bit better. So hopefully more content, regular content on the channel until I have to move house. But hopefully we'll be able to sort of like sort something out long term when I know what's happening with my new house. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, Fenerbahce is happening tonight, 7 PM on the channel. I am streaming this Manchester United save tonight on YouTube around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So that's why it's to make sure you hit that notification button so you know when I go live. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you later.